The wardrobe malfunction bus from a past Super Bowl resurfaces.
Bronco football with a come-from-behind victory over Wyoming. These stories and more coming up on the Newsline for the week of October 25th, 2017. Thank you for joining us on this Newsline week. I'm Josh Margin.
And I'm Lupe Fonseca. You may have noticed that there are a lot more students on campus this semester. This past Saturday, the 21st of October, the university revealed the registration numbers to Boise State. I spoke with some students about the effects of this increase. Let's take a look. The official Boise State enrollment number for the fall semester 2017 is 24,154, the highest in the history of records, and the students have noticed this increase.
Me and my friends were trying to get one of the on-campus apartments, but the enrollment was so high we weren't able to. So Boise State actually bought out one of the floors at Vista and placed us there. So just even last year I saw how the enrollment was affecting campus.
This growth is due to the new programs offered by the university and the enrollments of students out of state, along with more enrollment of Hispanic students. Reporting for Boise State Newsline, I'm Lupe Fonseca. With the enrollment numbers increasing over the past few years, it is projected that the pattern of growth will continue in years to come.
It's been almost 14 years since Justin Timberlake last performed at the Super Bowl, introducing the world to the phrase wardrobe malfunction. On Sunday, Justin Timberlake announced his return to the Super Bowl 52 halftime show, but there was no mention of Janet Jackson. That was until her fans, angry about what happened the last time they performed together, forced the NFL to issue a statement saying she hasn't been banned from the Super Bowl. Who could forget in 2004 when Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson performed the song Rock Your Body, when Jackson's nipple guard had been ripped off, briefly exposing her right breast. It caused a national uproar. This uproar was much bigger than anyone could imagine. Despite all the apologies, including from the network, CBS was fined a record of $550,000 for the incident by the Federal Communications Commission. In 2011, the fine was ultimately voided. Within that week after the Super Bowl, Janet Jackson's invitation to perform at the 2004 Grammy Awards was withdrawn. She was then re-invited, but was told she had to apologize for the halftime show. She ultimately declined. Justin Timberlake did attend and won the award for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance for Cry Me a River. In his speech, he once again apologized for what happened during the halftime show, and he went on the record to say, and I quote, "I know it's been a rough week on everybody. What occurred was unintentional, completely regrettable, and I apologize if you guys were offended," end quote. Janet Jackson has gone on record in saying, and I quote, "There are must-watch things in this world, and for this to be such the focus, I don't understand. It was perfect timing for to take people's focus off of other things. That's what happened, and it happened to me," end quote. Now some fans are wondering if perhaps Timberlake has something bigger planned, like making Janet Jackson a surprise performer at his halftime show. Now transitioning to entertainment here on campus, Boise State University's Theater Major Association, or TMAs, is putting on its first ever drag show. The Halloween-appropriate theme of the show is Mystic Creatures. This is going to be a lip-sync competition and a runaway with a panel of judges. Come to the Lookout on the 3rd floor of the Student Union Building this Friday, October 27th. Doors open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 7:30. This show is for audiences with a PG-13 limit on performer materials. Admission is free, and there's going to be a silent auction on gift baskets to raise money for the TMAs. Now we go to Newsline's Doug Mason to tell us about the upcoming Human Rights on this week. How's it going?
Thanks, Josh. Yep, well, it's Human Rights Week here on campus, so I thought I'd talk a little bit about it.
Let us know.
All right. So, as I said, it's Human Rights Week here on campus through October 19th through the 27th. Human rights is a concept that is close to all of us when we discuss any topic regarding race, religion, skin color, language, ethnic origin, or any other status. This right should be clarified on a more fundamental and informational level. Thankfully, here on campus this week, there are events planned to inform and foster advocacy within their teachings. Special events are planned and co-sponsored by the Marilyn Schuler Human Rights Initiative and the Frank Church Institute. Not only are students invited to learn about human rights and attend these events, it is open to the general public and is free of charge. Jill Gill, director of the Marilyn Schuler Human Rights Initiative, states, and I quote, "Human rights is an interdisciplinary thing. We certainly couldn't have done it without the support of College of Arts and Sciences, Albertson's library, faculty, staff, and students in the various fields contributing from their areas of interest, concern, and expertise, end quote. One of the 10 events this week include Mobilizing Against White Nationalism, Idaho, Social Justice, and You. It will be held on October 26th. The week is filled with plenty of other interactive events, plenty of which having intriguing topics related to current issues within Idaho, as well as the world around us. To see the schedule for these events, visit the link below. Wow, that's a mouthful, but it's going to be a really important week, and I hope everyone is a part of it.
I hope so too.
Thanks, Doug. Let's go to Brad Sloan for our weather.
We are the world. Ain't that right, Doug? So coming up the next few days, you're going to see a lot of similar patterns. As you can see here, you're going to see a lot of sun going into your weekend. It's going to be in the high 60s for the most part. Starting off on Monday, you're going to see some cloud coverage while the temperatures drop a little bit. Then finally on that Wednesday, it's going to be a high brisk 57. I'm Brad Sloan, your weatherman, with your weather plan.
Thanks, Brad. Now we go to Brendan Serrano with our sports report. Brendan.
How's it going, guys? It's been a great week for Bronco Athletics.
Oh, yes, it has.
Boise State was looking to make it 3 wins in a row and a perfect 3-0 in Mountain West Conference play as visiting Wyoming traveled to the City of Trees on Saturday night. Josh Allen got the scoring started from a 3-yard touchdown run early on in the first quarter that made it 7-0 and got the scoring started. After an earlier missed field goal, Hayden Hogarth hit from 23 yards out. And coming out of halftime, Montel Cozart capped off an 18-play, 71-yard drive that spanned a whopping 9 minutes and 44 seconds to give the Broncos a 10-7 lead. Cozart had a hand in all 3 Bronco touchdowns Saturday night. But Wyoming, however, they would get back on the board as quarterback Josh Allen found Austin Fort from 20 yards out to make it 14-10 late in the third quarter. Boise State, however, would put up 14 unanswered points, starting with this Cedric Wilson pass from Brett Rippon from 24 yards out. And this earlier play from Brett Rippon to Montel Cozart from 4 yards out. They made it 24-14. Player of the game Alexander Madison had not one but 2 beautiful hurdles late in the fourth quarter, as you see right here. He was unable to score and take it to the house, however, on both of these plays, but still very beautiful nonetheless. He was also named the player of the game, and he had something to say about how he handled Wyoming King on him the entire game.
We knew coming into this game, again, that we're going to hit it fast and physical. We knew that they're going to play well against the run. They're also a physical team, and they do a good job of stopping the run. So we just knew we had to beat them to it, and just coming out and having some explosive runs early on really helped us get that momentum going. And it felt good, just seeing the holes and seeing our offensive line get some push. There's some tough runs in there. As a running back, we already know we have to go in there preparing to break some tackles and do some things on our own. So we prepared that way.
Now, after the game, head coach Brian Harsin did talk about what it meant to be back on the blue field after the Virginia game.
We talk about the blue all the time. I mean, you walk out of our locker room that says protect the blue. And that needs to mean something, and I believe it does to our guys. But there's a reason why it's up there. It's not just a decoration in the building. We have something special. We have a home field and blue turf and a record that's the best in the country at home. That means something to guys here. And as far as redemption and motivation, I think enough was said through media days. I didn't have to say a word. That's just part of it. Those things get out there. I don't control social media, but the buzz is out there as far as what other people want to say. That's where with us, we try to be a team that we just do the talking when we go out there and play. Because that's really all you can do when you go out there and actually play a team on Saturday. So it doesn't matter. Our guys were aware of what was said. And really it was about trust the process, go out there, execute it, follow it. Let's just do that. Let's be the most physical football team when we go play. And I thought we were tonight.
Boise State is on the road this Saturday as they travel to Logan, Utah to take on the Aggies of Utah State. Kickoff is at 8 p.m. and can be seen on CBS Sports Network. Moving now, football may be in full swing, but basketball is not too far behind as the Bronco men took to the hardwood for an inter-squad scrimmage that was open to the public well before the football game. It was the 5th time the team has put together this scrimmage that featured preseason Mountain West Player of the Year Chandler Hutchison. Head coach Leon Rice said, quote, "I thought they did a good job of competing. We don't have everything polished up, obviously, but we're just starting to get our first units together and get our timing right," end quote. Boise State was picked to finish 3rd in the preseason Mountain West poll. The season starts November 2nd when they host the College of Idaho at Taco Bell Arena. And did you guys hear about this? Ramey Shirley, the women's soccer player, she was named the National Player of the Week for soccer, for women's soccer.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
great.
fantastic.
Congratulations to her,
Absolutely.
most definitely.
Absolutely.
Well, that's it for this week here at your Boise State Newsline. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.